how do I know that ads are completely out of control now? Well, I was just watching Netflix, and I'm usually watching Netflix while I'm doing some other thing in the background, especially if it's one of my comfort shows. So at this time, I was writing an email, and as I clicked out of the show I was watching, but keeping it in the background to write the email, the show had gone to an advertisement. And as I clicked out of the tab, the advertisement actually paused and it didn't resume until I clicked back into the tab and it made me watch the whole thing through. Please let me know if this is just happening to me and it's just a glitch, because if this is universal, then I fear we're doomed, because what do you mean now I can't even control what I do during an advertisement? And my biggest beef with ads now is that they don't even try to entertain you anymore. There's no catchy rhyme to remember and to keep repeating in your head. There's no like stunning visuals. It literally just starts to give, why haven't you bought our product yet? I mean, we made the product, so you're supposed to buy it now.
Is it possible to do anything without seeing ads anymore? Like, think about it. Almost every single thing that you do, especially things that you do for fun, you're going to see an ad in some way. You go on your phone, scroll on social media, ad, YouTube ad, Twitter ad, Instagram ads, Facebook ads, TikTok ads. There's ads everywhere. You drive in your car, you're going somewhere, you're going to see ads all over. They're all over on billboards. Some music subscriptions, you're going to hear ads. So the radio, you're going to hear ads. There's ads everywhere. If you want to watch TV, or if you want to use a streaming service, you want to watch sports, you're going to watch football, basketball, just ads everywhere. It honestly feels like there's almost nothing that you can do without ads. Like, obviously I know there's some things you can do without ads. You're not going to see ads every single second. There's certain activities that you can do, but they're just everywhere. And if you don't want ads, you have to pay another company to take away the ads. And I understand, like, ads, obviously they work. We're consumers. We want to buy things. They wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't working. But still, ads have always been prevalent. But before, it was like in newspapers. You'd have to go grab something and then read it. It's not just in your face. It's not with every activity that everyone does to be sane. It's honestly unfair. We've just accepted it. Ads are everywhere, and that's how it's always going to be. And there's nothing we can do about it. It's just become normal, and that's unfortunate.
As you all have seen, we are talking about something that's impossible to ignore nowadays. The absolute rampancy of ads. I'm sure you felt it scrolling online, watching a show, checking your email, everywhere. Everyone is complaining left and right about how overwhelming it's gotten. And it isn't and won't be slowing down. We'll see why corporations are shoving this at us, some ways to fight back if you can, what we'll probably just have to live with, and what the future might hold, plus a few other bits you should know. Before that, let's watch these few more clips. Yeah, for those who don't know me, for those new to the channel, I'm Amari. Thanks for joining. I consider you as my YouTube family, and you all know family supports each other. So subscribe, like, share, and let me know your experience with ads in the comments. Let's get into it. Let's get back into it.
No, because I'm literally about to get cable again. I'm not even joking. We've come full circle, folks. I have gotten so many of these messages from all of my streaming services like, hey, we have ads now. But you can pay extra to get rid of them. Like, don't remember when the whole point of streaming services was to like get away from ads and cable altogether, and now it's literally just cable. It's literally the same. Like, with all the things I'm paying for together, it's probably the same as just getting cable at this point. I mean, unless I want to pay a bajillion extra to not see ads, but at that point, it just feels stupid. Like, I'm just going to start reading again. At this point, I can't. It's too expensive.
I will never understand why Netflix has ads. And it's not even just Netflix. I don't understand why any other subscription service has ads either. Standard with ads on Netflix is $6.99 a month, and standard without ads is over twice as much. It's kind of the same thing with Disney Plus. With ads, it's $10 a month, and without ads, it's just $6 more. But still, if I'm paying for the subscription, why do I have ads? And AdBlock doesn't work on either, so you can't use AdBlock. So you have to pay that extra bread if you don't want to have ads. It's getting crazy out here, man.
We have to have ads in our streaming services like Hulu. Please let us watch the full ad, even if it's 5 minutes. I will watch 5 minutes of ads to not have any ads in the middle of my show. Shit, Hulu, you used to do that. You used to give me the option back when Hulu was free and you could only access it on the internet, on a computer. You used to give me the option of watching, do you want to watch all the advertisements now? Or do you want to watch or break them up? And I, without fail, faithfully, always watched all the ad at the same time. What happened to that? You still get your advertisements. You still get your little money, your little revenue stream from selling the ads. So Why can't we choose how we watch them? I'm actually really irritated because y'all the thing is, and the issue comes into play when y'all make these shows for streaming services. So whether it's Hulu, whether it's Netflix, whether it's Disney Plus, any of them, when y'all make these shows and now you have ads on streaming services that previously did not have any ads, then the shows are not edited in a way where the cuts make sense. The cuts don't make sense, and it feels like you're just stopping in the middle of the scene. Damn it. I think Peacock somewhat does it well, but there are moments still where, like, no, why did you cut to commercial here? Like, I can't even imagine what it might look like on Netflix. Honestly, I'm about to have ads. Shit, because that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But I must feel so out of place. No, if we're gonna have an ad, give me the option of watching the whole thing in the beginning. I don't want to split it up. If I have to have an ad, I want to watch it all at once.
What is happening with the commercials on the subscriptions? I'm just gonna lose my mind for a second, if it's all right with you. Netflix has ads, Crave has ads, Prime has ads. I watched a 120-second unskippable video before my YouTube started the other day. I know it's only 2 minutes, but it's like a 3,000% increase from 3 years ago. What happened to 5 seconds to get the fuck out of my face? I don't want the Dove soap anyways. Don't we give you money every month? So you go get the thing and you show us the thing, and then we give you more money next month and you go get the new thing, we show us the new thing. Isn't that the whole deal? Isn't that what we all signed up for? It's starting to really not make any sense, man. I'm just using all this extra time to pay your bills. I'm already literally sending you money every month. You don't think I know what ExpressVPN is? I don't want HelloFresh. I want to get the eggs from the grocery store and make food myself like a normal person. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm just trying to get stoned and watch Ice Age 5 with my wife, and now I gotta watch 6 different 2-minute videos on cleats. I don't play soccer, bro. Leave me alone. What's going on here? I have 12 different subscriptions and I'm only watching 6 shows. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna get cable and just go take a piss in the commercial, and then at least someone will be like, commercials are done.
In the 70s, they did a study that found that we saw something between 500 to 1,000 ads a day, the average person. If you add up all the bus stop ads and the commercials on TV and the radio, now we're seeing something closer to 10,000 advertisements every single day. So why is this happening now? Why is it getting worse? Well, the most surprising reason is privacy, right? Consumers and governments are starting to feel like maybe it's not okay for everyone to be spying on us all the time. And there have been a couple of laws passed in Europe and in some states over here that make it a little bit harder for companies to collect your data. And Apple and Google kind of see the writing on the wall, right? And they want to get out in front of this. They don't want government stepping in and passing really serious privacy laws. So they've been locking their platforms down, which also has the added bonus of keeping all the data for themselves, right? You know how your iPhone started asking you if you're okay with being tracked and you say no because you're not a weirdo, right? That's cut off the flow of a lot of data. And it's made it harder to make money if you're a company that relies on ads, because targeted ads make more money than regular ads, but you need the data. So if you can't show as many targeted ads and you want to make the same amount of cash, what do? You just start showing more ads. In the business, they call this ad load. The second thing that's going on is the economy, right? So you've heard that the government raised interest rates, right? That makes it harder for businesses to borrow money because you have to pay more interest on the loans. And that's dried up a lot of the runway that tech companies have been using, right? The whole industry has been operating on this model, right? Where they were going to sell consumers products and services for less than they cost to make. And then eventually, when all the competitors get crushed, they'll jack up the prices. Well, I'm afraid that doesn't always work, even for giant corporations, right? Because as the economy tightens, investors start to get a little bit scared, right? And they want some of their money back, right? Venture capitalists, who have to be the dumbest people on the planet, have stopped buying into this myth that Silicon Valley is some kind of money printing machine where you put in $1 and you get 10 back. Well, it turns out businesses are just businesses and they're not magic because they're tech, right? So people want a little return on their investment. Now companies all of a sudden have to actually make money. So what do if you're a business and you don't have any bright ideas for adding a new revenue stream? Well, you fill your app with ads. So there's these two pressures, right? There's all the pressure from the economy that's forcing companies to add ads to make more money. And then there's the fact that those ads don't make as much cash, right? So everywhere you look, you're seeing more advertisements. We're seeing them in places we never saw before, right? Pop-up notifications on Uber is one example, but now there are ads at the gas station, right? On those little screens. There's ads on little TVs that they're putting in doctors' offices. Everywhere you look, you're seeing more ads. And it's gonna get worse for a while, but the good news is that it sucks. It sucks, and that's actually a good thing, right? Because it makes the user experience worse, and that can't go on for so long. No matter what Mark Zuckerberg says, people don't like looking at ads. And, there's going to be a trend, right? It's already happening where there's nowhere to go where you're not going to see the ads. But eventually, there's going to be a little opening for competition for premium services that don't have ads. People are going to flock over there. The economy's going to get better, right? Some of the, competing tech companies are going to go out of business, so there'll be a little less pressure to turn a profit on the ones that survive. And the advertising problem will get better. But in the meantime, you have a whole lot of commercials to look forward to over the next couple of years.
Yeah, so welcome back. On the web, you've got banners, pop-ups, sponsored search results, and sneaky ads disguised as articles. Streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, and all those, which started as ad-free havens, now hit you with loud commercials that are repetitive and sometimes totally irrelevant. Like you'd get an ad in a foreign language or for something you never buy. Uber will make you watch a 90-second video just to check your item. Your grocery app will push sponsored snacks right in your search for your healthy food. I won't even talk on social media. We are talking exposure to 10,000 ads a day for the average person. No wonder folks are burnt out. And definitely you've had complaints about overstimulation. People are feeling exhausted and logging off more to escape it. It's annoying and intrusive, and it's making the internet feel like a constant sales pitch. So corporations are doing this because of cash and competition, simply put. Advertising is a massive revenue machine for them. Companies ramp it up because it works for their bottom line, which is more ads mean more chances to grab attention, collect data, and drive sales. In economic booms, these companies spend big to capitalize on consumer spending. In tougher times, they shift to cheaper digital ads to cut costs while reaching us. Big tech companies like Google and Meta and Amazon, they dominate because their platforms let them target us precisely with AI and data from our searches, likes, and buys. This improves their match quality, meaning they show us stuff we might actually want, which boosts their profits. So what do they do? They target us precisely with AI and data from our searches, likes, and buys, which improves their match quality. So they show us stuff we might actually want, which boosts their profits. Technically, we wouldn't have all these ads if they weren't working, meaning they are. And now we are here. Personally, I believe it's capitalism at work. Ads stimulate competition, which can lead to better products and lower prices overall. But the flip side is they're everywhere because all these companies need to differentiate and survive. Did you know that €1 in ads generates €7 in GDP? So governments even encourage it indirectly. All of this, by the way, at the cost of our sanity. Now, is there a good out for us who have had enough of all this? Maybe, but not foolproof. You have ad blockers that you can download for your browsers. Those who want something built in, browsers like Brave blocks ads by default. There's also VPNs with ad blocking features. On Windows and other OSs, you can tweak settings to disable built-in ads, like those sneaky ones in your start menu. We have premium subscriptions. Pay for ad-free versions of all the platforms you use if you can afford all. This work well for online stuff. That said, There are things we'll just have to learn to deal with. Ads are baked into the business model of free services. So if you're using a free version of anything, sorry. On connected TVs or in rideshares, you're stuck. Roku households ads are now predicted to hit everyone by year's end if they already haven't, meaning no one's escaping commercials while streaming. Now we've got to pick our battles. Total avoidance might mean going offline, which isn't realistic for most of us, or if it is for you, let me know. Now people are tuning out, which might force companies to innovate or face declining effectiveness, which is a positive thing. Anyways, what do you think? Share your ad stories in the comments.
Can you think of a time where an advertisement has actually worked on you? I was thinking about this today, and I really was thinking that advertisements just don't get me. And then I was thinking, well, that's not really true, because when I see a new flavor or something I like, you best know I'm going to get it. You best know I'm going to get it. Not only am I going to get it, I'm going to get something else, probably, from that place. I'm sitting here right now editing this video, and what I realize is I got this Wendy's keychain for a free mini Frosty every time I go to Wendy's and make a purchase. It was like $1. It works all year. Now, if you'll have a look, I'm sitting in the Wendy's parking lot right now, about to go get Wendy's. I'm not even going to get a Frosty. Americans see roughly 7,000 advertisements a day. The more I think about it, the more they do get me. But most of the time I see an ad, I have a superiority complex. I think I'm superior because that ad is not going to make me buy said thing. And it won't. 99.9% of ads I see, it doesn't help their business. They're paying money for me to see it, but I'm not doing anything about it.